Hello, welcome to Nina's Knots Crochet. I'm Lynanne. Today is September 25th, 2022. If you're new here, hi, welcome. Thanks for stopping by, giving my channel a chance. My channel is all about crocheting, a little bit of knitting, a lot of Tunisian crocheting lately, and yarn, and my journey in the yarny community. Returning subscribers, hi, thanks for stopping by, spending a little bit of your Sunday with me. I do appreciate each and every one of you. Today is a little bit of a weird day. Living here in Central Florida, they're telling us to prepare for a hurricane. This will be the first time since we've lived in Florida that we've had an actual hurricane coming this way. Last year in July, we had a tropical storm that, I mean, it rained a lot, but this they're saying is an actual hurricane. So I'm going to spend the rest of today hurricane prepping. So this will be interesting. But today I do have some things that I want to show you. I've spent, the last week or so working on a bunch of different projects to take to a craft fair with my daughter, and I like what I came up with this week. So let's get right into that. The first one I have is a hat and boot cuff set. The boot cuffs are based on Pamela at Adoring Crochet. I used thicker yarn than she did, and I changed the pattern a little bit, and I used a different stitch. But the idea came from her, and if you saw my video on Wednesday, I linked her video below. Check it out. Those boot cuffs are adorable, and I'm going to do some in that exact pattern, but I liked this yarn for this hat, and I wanted to make boot cuffs to go. So the boot cuffs I made two. I started how Pamela did with her ribbing on the top, but the single crochet round where I changed colors, I added a stitch to give it a little bit more room, because let's face it, some of us girls have some thicker caps. Plus, it can go over the top of the boot instead of in the boot, but it still could go in the boot. But if you wanted it to go over the top of the boot, now I've seen a lot styled that way, and I think, oh my gosh, that's so cute. So what I did was, the ribbing at the top, back loop only, all the way around. And then the stitch I used here is the herringbone half double crochet, and I made two of them, and I think they turned out really cute. The hat I came up with is a bag o' day hat. Now, she didn't have a number with it. She just called it a slouchy crochet slouchy hat, and this is the one with V stitches. I think she did hers in a solid color, but I changed colors, and I love the way this turned out. This is a really thick hat. I got this little leather tag on Amazon that says made with love. The little rivets came from Amazon. The pom-pom came from Amazon. I attached the pom-pom with a button so that if they wanted to take it off, they could. I love the way this turned out. The yarn I used is the Lion brand Hometown that I got at Walmart for like $4. The blue is called San Diego Navy, and it's a true navy blue. This Hometown yarn is a bulky number 6, 100% acrylic. There are 81 yards in each skein, 5 ounces, 142 grams, machine wash, cold, tumble dry. It's super soft. I used 2 well, one and this much of one to make the hat and the two boot cuffs. Is so soft. And then the other color I used is called Aspen Tweed. And it's, you know, the off-white with the flecks of the brown and the black. And it's so pretty. Same specs. And this is the last of the second one I used. So one and a little less than half. And this one's a little more than half to make this set. And I really like the way that this turned out. These are perfect gift ideas, you guys. Doesn't take long to make this hat. I think it took me, only because I'd never done this pattern before, so I kept stopping it, but it took me like an hour and a half to make this hat. And these boot cuffs were, you know, 45 minutes a piece. And I think this makes a really great gift for a teenager or a young adult or an adult. I mean, if I wore boots, I'd wear this. I don't wear boots in Florida. I wear flip-flops. But I love the way that this turned out. And this is being a bulky number 6, this is going to be a thick, warm hat for somebody. So that's finished object number 1. Finished object number 2, I showed you this on Wednesday. I was working on this, and this is the child size hat. This was the yarn, the color, the red, the pink. That is the merino willow yarn that I got. The little, what are these called? Dahlias. And this was the pink colorway. I held it with white Impeccable by Loopsome Threads. There is no pattern for this. I did, the ribbing is, you know, just knit and purl. Oh, wait, no. Let me take that back. I did front back loop only ribbing, and then the top, I did the knit stitch in Tunisian. So this was regular crochet. This was the Tunisian, and I got to where I wanted it, and then I just decreased the top. Again, you know, button on the inside for the pom-pom. The pom-pom came from Amazon. The little leather tag came from Amazon. This one, because I used the regular crochet for the brim, has more stretch. Learned that lesson. And I really like the way that this turned out. Cute little girl's hat. And I'm pleased with the way this one came out. So that's finished object number 2. Finished object number 3 has got to be my favorite. I used Homespun by Lynanne brand. Now these skeins have 185 yards, 98 acrylic, 1 other fiber. I think the other fiber is that thread that's twisted around to give it the texture. This colorway, you can see it because of the glare. Sun's coming in. There, that's a good look at it. Is called Tudor, and this one's just white. This is what I have left of my second skeins of the white and the Tudor. I used a number 6 Tunisian Afghan hook. So no, I'm sorry, number 8. And this is the hat. This hat I've done before. This is the TL Yarn Crafts beginner unisex beanie. And I love this hat. Love this hat. I love the way that this turned out. I love the colors. I even love the pom-pom. And I did, you know, the same thing, button on the inside so that you can take the pom-pom off. And then I don't believe I saw a pattern from this, but I took inspiration from this. you do this one flat and then seam it up. And I thought, well, why don't just leave it flat and keep going? And that's what I did. I kept going until we have this big long scarf. Now, this scarf is so warm and so squishy, and it will definitely keep somebody warm, and it's, you know, it's got a multitude of colors in it, so you can, you know, put it with just about anything. Look at the teal and the purple and the magenta, and then over here we've got, you know, the goldy green, and it's just so pretty. So yeah, I love this set. It is soft and it's squishy, and yeah, it's a beautiful set. Okay, here's my poll question of the day. Well, actually I have two. I know when you do Tunisian, you have to black it, but how do you black acrylic yarn? I mean, I got a little bit of rolling going on here at the ends, but acrylic yarn, I don't, do you black it? I'm not sure. So I have to figure out how to keep this from rolling on the ends. And part two of the question is, would you put fringe on this or would you leave it? I am on the fence because I think this would make really pretty fringe with all the spectacular colors in it, along with the white. But does this scarf need it? So if you could comment down below, let me know what you think, because I really think I'm on the fence. I don't know. So let me know what you think. Should I fringe it? Should I not fringe it? And how do I black this to keep the curl off? Or will the fringe, the weight of the fringe, keep the curl? So what am I wearing? I should have started with that. This is one of the very first, one of the very first cardigans I ever made. It is, I believe, a bag-o-day pattern. One of the very first cardigans I ever made. I used a Karen cotton cake, and this is my go-to in the fall and spring. When you get up in the morning and it's 60 degrees and the sun isn't up, you throw this on. And then, you know, by noon, it's, you know, 90 degrees and you're in a tank top and shorts. That's Central Florida for you. But this has been my go-to. I love this sweater. And I have come to the epiphany that I love making garments, hats and gloves and sweaters. And I'm going to stick to that. That is what brings me joy. I do have another sweater for the one that I'm working on for my granddaughter is on my hook. I'm going to make a couple more hat and scarf sets to send to my daughter for her craft fair. But then I want to remind you all, Nancy, sorry, my hair is just driving me crazy today. Nancy, she's got yarn too. She's doing her Afghan drive for Boogie Creek, the camp for kids with illnesses. It's for their families and for them to just go and be kids and experience a camp. And at the end of the camp, they get to take a blanket home with them. So her mom's women's club is coordinating with the people at the camp. Nancy's kind of the go-to person on this. I have her link below. If you have a chance and can donate a blanket, that'd be great. You know, if you can't, that's okay too. Send the kids to your good vibes. or donate locally if, shipping is outrageous. I do have my pattern picked out. I do have my yarn picked out. As soon as I get back from my trip, now we're leaving a week from Tuesday to head up to Michigan to spend some time with my grandkids in Michigan, making a stop in Indiana, visit my Indiana grandkids before we come home. So we're going to be gone for like 10, 12 days. So as soon as I get back from that, concentrating on the blanket for Boogie Creek, or two. I haven't decided. I have another one of those really pretty anniversary cakes that I think would make a really great blanket for some kids. So pretty colors. So one for sure, I don't know, because now we're getting into the holidays and I don't want to overextend myself. My daughter and her family are coming down to Florida for the holidays, so I don't want to make myself crazy with overextending my deadlines. So anyway, those are my finished objects. This week, like I said, we've got the hurricane coming in, so I don't know how much crocheting I'm going to get done. I guess the day of the actual hurricane, I'll be stuck in the house, so probably get some done, depending on if we have power or not. Well, like I said, we'll be fine. We have a motorhome with an onboard generator, so if it comes to it, we'll just move out to the motorhome until the power comes back on in the house. We have generators. I'm heading to the gas station as soon as I get this uploaded so that I can fill a gas can or two. But we are stocked up on water. The motorhome's full. We're going to be fine. Any of you that are in the path of this hurricane, I am thinking of you. Stay safe. And so until next time, be kind to everyone.